Hi, I'm Veronica from Lymphatics Support Group, Singapore. Welcome to the instructional video for self-measurement for your lower limb. If you didn't get your measuring kit and your fillable form, write to us at lymphatics.SG@gmail.com. You should get a measurement kit like this, a measuring tape, and a Kajal pencil for marking. You should also get a digital copy of your measurement form in a PDF format that is fillable, or if that's not an option, you can print it out and fill it in manually and collect your data. So let's get started. So our objective of doing self-measurement is to make sure that we do early detection and prevention of lymphedema, because once you detected it early, you can manage it and you can prevent it and stop it from ever happening. So that is the best thing ever for lymphedema risk patient, because you will save your quality of life. So when should you start measuring yourself? Essentially, in our survey with our Lymphatics.SG support group members, we actually found out of 29 who responded, 10 out of 29 said that they started swelling at surgery. 7 out of 29 said that they started swelling at radiation. 3 out of 29 said that they start swelling at chemotherapy. Then there are other factors: cellulitis infection, flight, just natural phenomenon. So basically, we feel that it's a very good idea to recommend that you start tracking yourself at just after your surgery, when you are settling down into your next phase of treatment, and when you're healing, so that you can track any changes that might happen, so that you can report it to your lymphedema therapist as soon as possible and have it checked and have it mitigated quickly. So how often should you measure yourself? Every 2 weeks is a good idea. During the time when you're unstable, you're still going through surgery, still going into changes. So every 2 weeks is a good idea, so that you can keep your numbers, keep an eye on them. And every 4 weeks if you have already stabilized. So basically, you will stabilize about 6 months after all of your therapy is done. So during that first 6 months after the last part of your therapy, during that first 6 months, try to do it every 4 weeks. After that 6 months, you can do it like once in 2 months, once in 3 months. Your risk is always there. So through life, through your actions, through weight gain, through aging, through air flight, whatever other possible triggers, even from an infection, it can start a lymphedema development. But the good news is, once it's started, it takes a long time for it to become chronic lymphedema, right? So you have this opportunity while you are measuring and you see your numbers changing and you go, I think something fishy is going on. Reach out to your lymphedema therapist. If you don't have one, we have a directory of lymphedema therapists on our Facebook and on Instagram, and you can just go and check out whoever you want to work with and see if you're comfortable with them, right? So I'll put you into the landmark video soon. Let's take a look at the self-measurement form of the lower limb. You should also mark your weight, your affected site, and the date, so that we know if the weights are affecting your numbers. If your weight has gone up but your number stays stable, the girth is normal. So if your weight did not go up but the girth has gone up, then we know something is going on, and go see your lymphedema therapist as soon as possible. Now, we should always keep the same landmark at the toe base, ankle, mid-leg, knee, mid-thigh, and then inguinal, which is top of the thigh where the panty line is. This will help to keep accuracy of your numbers, and in every 2 to 4 week interval you can do your own self-measurement. If you're comfortable with your swelling and it's very stable, 4 weeks will do, or even 2 months, 3 months. If you suspect something is going on, you start measuring so that you can compare with whatever you've measured before and show your lymphedema therapy as soon as possible. So you need to compare both your affected and unaffected leg. If both your legs are affected, you need to keep track of both sides of your leg to see if there's changes, right? So these are the measurement points we will demonstrate to you shortly. Okay, let's start by marking our landmarks. So the first landmark is at the toe base, which is right below your toe at the bone, and the large bone just at the base of your toe, right? Then we mark it this way and this way. So next one is at the ankle. So if you can see your ankle bone inside here, or if you can't, you can tilt it and find the more prominent ankle bone over here and the outer side. Yeah. So then you can measure the third one, which is to the point of your ankle, and above that 15 centimeters above your ankle bone right here, that will be the middle of your calf. We do this so that the landmarks are always the same and your measurements is accurate. So then the next point is the apex of your knee. Apex means the top, very, very top of your knee. So right at the apex, we draw a line like that. So then the next one, in the middle of your thigh, we do another 15 centimeters from the apex of your knee up your thigh. Okay, and we draw a line like that. So we can do both legs at the same time so that you are always consistent in your markings. And the last one, we go above towards the groin space, and this is your panty line. So you can draw a line across on your panty line. I would use a paper to guide me. So I use a paper and I'll put it here and I will draw a line where the paper is. So it's easy. Right. So the next thing you need to do is to get your pen and paper ready and to record. So you use the hook and you hook around, make a loop around the markings, and you hook around and you pull. So once you pull it, a little tension, but not by pulling it where you make sure that it dents in. The tension must be the same. So just pull it until it's flush, flat on your skin, and you take the number and you write it down. Right. So, and then the next number on your ankle. Alright, you take this number and then you write it down. Then now the next one will be up in the middle of your calf. You take this number, you pull, and then you write it down. So you don't need it to be tight, you want it to be flat against the skin. So 30.5. Since I've been sitting down, my numbers are slightly coming down. So now the next one you want to do on your knee, you want to keep it consistent. So what I do is I will stretch my knee, make sure that I have full tension on my knee like I'm standing. So I stretch my knee, and then you make it consistent and you pull it down so that the number is always the same. So the tension is always the same. So this is 36 now, 36.3. Okay, and then we're going up into the middle thigh. Pull again a little so that it's nice and flat. Don't tug it too hard, just flat will do. So it's 46.5. And then the top of my thigh, just go to the marking, the same thing, make sure it's flat, no crisscrossing. So if it's crossing, make sure you flatten it, twist it back, and then the marking is 59. So basically what you do is you compare it with the other side and you do the same. 19, and the next one at the ankle. It's easier with the legs because you have two hands available to do your measurement. So it's 21. So this is 21 now, and then going up. So do this 2 weeks, 4 weeks, so that you're keeping your tracking in order. All right. See you in the next video. So if you are actually going up 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeter, and you're feeling heavy, pudgy, you can feel thickness, then I think you need to call on your therapist, give them the number, let your therapist have a check through your lymphedema therapist directory listing. You should have a link somewhere. Then if you find that your numbers are getting bigger, go and see your therapist, because you have great opportunities to reverse it, to have it treated, and they will coach you, they will teach you self-management, and then you'll be all right. Yeah, it's not that severe that if it starts growing. Yeah, don't panic. Yeah, it takes a long time for lymphedema to establish. But if you're measuring yourself, you're picking it up early, and that's a very good thing, because once you pick it up early, it's reversible. In 0 stage, latent stage, in stage 1, it is highly reversible. And also you can keep the size really small and look almost the same and keep your quality of life. All right. So if you have any questions, please tell us, and don't be shy.